honestly think that one of the things that is holding you back is your belief that because you sometimes feel like shit, that you are not where you need to be, or you're never going to get where you want to go, right? And it's a huge limiting belief that's holding so many of you back, and it held me back, and I'm still just journaling around all that right now because it's something that's being presented to me over and over again. So I've got 3 concepts that I want to kind of ask you to think about so that you can free yourself of any of this belief that feeling like crap is a bad thing, get you to think about it in a different way, and then send you an invitation, right? So the first thing is that, and I've got the notes down here, is that believing that success is the absence of the suck, right? I'm going to repeat that again. Believing that success is the absence of the suck. And I'll tell you why. It makes it completely unattainable. What happens is we look at these people on social media, we think they've got it all nailed, and we then make it out that because we have bad days and we're triggered by our limiting beliefs and we're triggered by comparison, and we wake up some days and we don't know what to do or which direction to go in, or are we even doing the right thing? Is this your passion? Then you start to feed into, I'm not like them, therefore it's not going to work for me. What we need to have a look at instead is that if you are a small business owner, entrepreneur, whatever, you are doing things that most people in the world will never have the courage or the resilience to do. You get up every day, and regardless of that pain and that, like that internal fight, you keep going. You keep pushing to achieve the things that you want to achieve. That already means that you're different. That already means that you're I'm not going to say special because I don't like that, but you're doing something that 95% of the world won't already do. But what you need to do is stop believing that success is the absence of that feeling like crap some of the time. It's all part of the process. That's what allows you to think about, like, okay, so I'm doing something this way right now. It's not working for me. I don't feel good, or I'm not getting the results. And you can shift things around and change things up and pivot into something that feels more aligned. So number 1, write that down, that success is not the absence of the suck. Success is embracing and expecting the challenge, knowing it's all part of the process and there is no perfect ride to get there. Step number 2 is that we see what we want to see. What that means is we've got something in our mind and our brain called the reticular activating system that's constantly on the lookout to prove what you think to be true. So those pesky little limiting beliefs, those self-sabotaging conversations that are going around in your head, both consciously and unconsciously, the ones that make you feel really bad, really crap, make you want to quit. Well, what we're doing unknowingly is our brain is searching out for reasons to make that true. So when we're on social media and we see all these gurus, what we're doing is we're validating our excuses, and we feel more crappy. So there's excuses we use like, I don't know enough, I'm not clever enough, I'm not pretty enough, I'm bad on camera, I don't have a message, I don't have a big story, When we focus on those people and we see what we believe is perfection, we see what we believe is success, we filter it through our limiting beliefs, and we keep validating what we believe is true. And all the time we're validating what we believe is true in our current perspective, we keep creating more of the things that we keep saying we don't want, right? So part of the process is being able to think outside of your current level of thinking. We've got to think about something new, and I've got a lovely statement for you in just 1 second. The third thing is that and this is an amazing, just a lovely way that Abraham Hicks put it, is that it's not about the absence of resistance, it's about having so much momentum that you do not feel the resistance. It's about being so laser focused, so engaged with what you're doing, so much about like honoring the struggle and bringing joy, so much about your message being important, so much about choosing faith over fear, so much about just saying, I get one crazy life. Am I going to spend it thinking that I can't? Am I going to spend it worrying about what everybody else thinks about me? Am I going to spend it worrying about, like, I haven't hit my financial goals this year? Or am I going to flip my focus into where does it feel good to focus? What do I really want? What would my dreams look and feel like to me? And then you get so much momentum in that direction that you quit worrying about those little nagging thoughts. You can be aware of them and you can flip them. I hear you, but I recognise that you are from a childhood drama in the playground, and I don't need you to be directing my life anymore because I'm going in this direction. You can come with me. So when we release ourselves from this belief that success is the absence of the crap, of the resistance, of the difficulties, and we can say it's all part of the process, and we get so much momentum and forward drive by our decision to honour the struggle and to bring the joy and to keep going no matter what. The resistance is there, but it's just like a backpack, and you're just trooping along, and the backpack's there, and it might make the journey just a wee bit harder, but you know what? You get stronger, and the backpack gets lighter, and you just keep moving more and more and more. So what this leads me to say very briefly is that ultimately you are wired right now to a level of success. That success ceiling that you have does not belong to you. It was injected into you just like the film The Matrix, but throughout your upbringing. Most of us don't have that level of awareness until you realise that you're hitting the same income ceiling over and over again. You're working with the same kind of clients, you're getting the same kind of results over and over again, no matter how many strategies you buy, no matter how many people you talk to, no matter how many hours you work, and you think it's because you're doing something wrong, and you're not. You're just not wired right, and that's not your fault either. So isn't that a relief? What is your fault is if you keep letting that old wiring carry on. So I had an electrician here yesterday. All the electrics downstairs in my house blew, Mercury retrograde apparently. And so I had the guy come in, and he's got sorted all the sockets out downstairs and found out why, there was a nail that cut through the wire, and we've got blown our electrics. If you've ever moved, when we moved into this house, we needed the whole house rewiring because the electrics were really old. It was completely unsafe. I could have kept going, but at the risk of one of us getting an electric shock or worse, right? So here's your choice right now. You can keep trying to be, rewire through just like, I hope, or you can choose to do the rewiring yourself. You're your best electrician. And that's exactly what the Success by Design free training is all about, that starts on Monday. So please do yourself a favour, sign up to it now, because I have never done anything so comprehensive and so what I believe to be transformational for free. Never, ever, ever. And I'm doing it because I'm seeing so many people spending on new courses and new strategies, and they're missing one fundamental thing, and that's your wiring. Your wiring is predisposing you to a level, and you feel there's something wrong with you because you can't crack it, but it's not that, right? It's just because we've got to up level that wiring, and it's not about changing your behaviour first. It's about shifting your identity. There's a guy called Jim Fortney, and he says, we do what we are. If you're a non-smoker, you don't go buy fags. If you're a smoker, you do go buy fags. If if you're somebody that goes to the gym 5-6 days a week, it's because you are somebody that goes to the gym and takes care of their health. If you're somebody that sits down and watches TV from 5 till 9 every night, you're somebody that just, I'm not going to pass judgment on that, but you're somebody that just sits in front of the TV. It's the identity that we have. And learning about identity was absolutely transformational in how I started to show up for my life. And I'll be honest, a year ago, I had to take a complete step back in my business and start over from scratch. Literally ground zero, no income. Again, second time I've done that in 8 years. Because I was realising that I was building something on a very unstable and unsustainable foundation. And I had the courage to say, F it. Right? I'm starting over. I'm building this up, and I'm still building that up right now. And I want to show you what I'm doing so that you can do the same, so you can stop blaming yourself. But if right now you decide not to rewire, then that's all on you, because you've got the opportunity now for free to come and find out what I've spent 8 years and tens of thousands of pounds learning